Some mutated Hellion, I see. Ah. There.
I like it.
Undead.
It's a cow.
It's a head.
Oh my goodness.
The buffalo Heddin. The cow's hatred has...
I don't think that's the right name. Hey, quit staring at me.
Not this time! Keep up! Come, divine wings! Swarm the
Is that your sword style?
That was fast.
Cool.
Well, I had a lot of practice with Mikleo.
I think not have a lot of hit points, I feel like. But it did drop an orb. Wonder why it showed up this late, though. Is it even listed here? Should be listed in undead. Weird. There it is. Yeah, its hit points are pretty low for some reason. But it does hit pretty hard. It's a head. Watch out for paralysis. That's the best you can do? Sure, it's still true. Paralysis is bad. Don't get paralysis. This has been your banal wisdom for the day. At least it actually had a weakness this time, unlike most other bosses these days.
Harpy, go lucky. That's seriously its name.
What a pretty name.
But she goes right for the
Ugh.
throat all the time. I can see she sure likes to make things miserable for others.
Break it down! Here goes! Breaking vortex! Here's the sky! Arrow squall! Aiming fire! Here goes! Open the way forward! Warning water! My bow is ahead! The vortex follows you! Say zero! Here goes! Open the way forward! Warning water! My bow is ahead! The vortex follows you!
Well, guess I
That worked.
did it again.
Or like wasted your energy and talked too much.
Oh, I had to burst them down quickly, otherwise it would have been overwhelming, since they can inflict paralyze and stuff. Okay.
Looking for a fight?
Trickstar.
Oh my goodness.
Pretty tough for being so small.
Like the mischievous ones.
Little ones are definitely the worst.
Like you.
I'm not that short.
Oh my goodness. It worked.
Handling. Do you have anything? I'm not hiding anything, I swear.
Clumsy, but I got it to work somehow. Bosses are kind of glass cannons now, aren't they? Well, some of them at least. You know, yeah, that thing in a long drawn out battle, I would not win.
Sergei, how did the negotiations with Highland go?
His Majesty and the King of Highland agreed to make peace with each other. But the process is proving quite difficult.
Even though the king agreed to it?
It's a mere formality. The conservatives are steadfastly refusing to give up their conditions. And the progressives use this opportunity to build political power. We have allies and enemies on both sides of the fence. Things are indeed in disarray.
Man, just hearing about it wears me out.
Yeah, sounds pretty tough.
Never It's nothing compared to what Sorey and his lady have endured.
Just FYI, I'm not actually his...
Milady, it is very fortunate to have someone by your side when the road ahead is rife with danger. It's common for men focused on their intentions to not realize how fortunate they are. Please, look after him.
All right, leave it to me.
Please, forgive me. I'm sure I didn't need to tell you. It's time for the next meeting. Please excuse me.
Sergei.
Don't worry. I won't budge. For all those who have paved the way for us.
Learn Divine Wrath got Pompadour. Why'd he get so angry enough to learn Divine Wrath? Costs... BG 5 or higher. Oh no. Well, I have that. I have Exceed on Excel on one of my items, so that will at least drop it enough for me to use it. But still, I'm not sure it's worth it when I can just. How does it compare to? It's just a Seraphim. It's just an Armatization Mystic Art in terms of damage. What was the name of that fetching specimen of humanity? You know, the one who goes around the ruins writing poetry. Oh right, Maven, the one they call a beautiful explorer poet of the ruins. I should drop by Trizolde Cave sometime and see if Maven has any new poems to delay us with. What are you doing here? What the heck is that? A coffin?
And you are?
I am the Seraph Aksha. May I ask what has brought you to this distant realm, Shepherd?
My name is Sorey.
We heard about a poet or something named Maven. Do you know anything about that?
Ah, if it is the poet Maven you seek. She rests here.
She passed away?
Yes, over 300 years ago. As her old friend, I care for her grave.
300 years? He didn't mention that part.
It happens sometimes with long-lived Seraphim. Their sense of time gets out of sync with the real world. For the man who told us about her, 300 years ago probably felt like no more than 2 or 3.
Oh, yeah, I've gotten that. Set my pudding down once and only remembered it 100 years later.
Really?
Doubtful.
Was there something you had wanted from her?
We have an acquaintance named Maven who's an explorer. We thought maybe she was family, but...
Looks like the name was just a coincidence.
Or was she a storyteller
It
too?
is no coincidence. Your explorer friend is the storyteller of time, is he not?
How did you know that?
This Maven was also a storyteller. Those in the clan of storytellers have no names of their own. The name Maven is passed down through the generations.
So the poet Maven was his ancestor from centuries ago.
Doesn't Maven mean caregiver in the old tongue?
Those born into that name and that oath must accept their fate to be observers of the world.
But I wonder, why is that their fate?
Wasn't it like the first one did some damn fool thing and wound up forced to take the oath as punishment or something?
That I could not say. Only the storytellers themselves might know for sure. Where is the current Maven?
We were there when he...
I see. I watch the world with measured gaze as moments turn to history. The world a lute the people play, and history its melody. Venture on, let your actions turn the world, and I shall watch, until the final star winks out. If solitude must be my fate, then people are my heart. I know your sins and shrieks and joys, for people are my heart.
Is that by the poet Maven?
The words are filled with love for people.
Yes, it was her dream, but surely one shared by her entire clan. It is solitude itself that leads storytellers to cherish the world and its people. I'm sure the Maven you knew was happy to have you by his side in his final hour.
I hope so.
We need to work hard to live up to the hopes that Maven placed in us.
This probably doesn't suck.
Shepherd's color alt. Shepherd's outfit alt color.
So Old Man Maven really was dealt a tricky hand in life.
Yeah. He was burdened with a special fate.
Even so, he never had a problem lending a helping hand to the Sparrow Feathers.
And he taught me what it is to be an explorer.
He traveled all over the world.
Gently guiding us to the right path.
Yep, that's the Maven I know. No matter his circumstances, no matter his fate.
Maven was just Maven, through and through.
Yep, like how Sorey is just Sorey.
And how Rose is just Rose.
Stop copying me.
You copied me first.
Did something happen?
Oh, apparently they found the body of a child.
What?
One of those pickpocket kids. We thought he'd turned over a new leaf, but guess he was back at it. And he picked the wrong pocket.
Whoever it was showed no mercy, even for a child.
Poor kid didn't understand the danger he was courting.
That's true. I remember there used to be a whole gang of them. I bet his buddies all met the same fate too.
That's the life of a street kid. Nasty, brutish, and short.
If you're a dumb thug, reputation is everything. Anyone who messes with them gets pounded into the ground.
Let's go.
So much for giving them a happy ending, huh?
Please don't torment yourself over this, Sorey. You did what a shepherd ought to do.
Thank you, Lila. But it's still
hard.
Can't see their body though. It's all the way at the corner where I cannot get to. Is this related to the bandit kids? Track down the turtles again. Oh yeah, we have that's a bonus boss turtles, but I'm not ready for that. You know what to do about Edna. Yeah, except that one's also a pretty high level boss. Sure, a lot of tough Hellions out there. I wonder if Seraphim on Camelot Bridge are supposed to give hints on remaining optional bosses or something. Why is it right next to the save point, this event?
Huh? What's up with the two of you?
We were going to report to you about two separate incidents.
But it looks like they're related.
What do you mean?
I had some info about the Romano firm. The owner, Romano, is supposedly an art connoisseur. People who went bankrupt offered him their prized arts as collateral for relief.
Mine was about the children of the vagrant hunters. Apparently, their targets were carriers hired by those bankrupt families. So the stolen goods were works of art to be taken as collateral for Romano.
Could that be just coincidence?
Everything happens from the interrelated strands of coincidence. But behind every hint of self-interest is an intention.
Right.
Romano claimed breach of contract, saying he didn't get the goods and gave a final warning. That's why so many have had to file bankruptcy.
And what happened to the artworks?
He's taken them all for himself.
So this was all a scheme for him to get his hands on them.
Can't be held accountable if there's no evidence, right? The only evidence there is would be the group of children who attacked the carrier.
So that's what he meant by destroying the evidence. That no good, lousy son of a...
Alright, I'll go find out myself.
Romano's headed for Marlind. Be careful.
He must have bodyguards too. Roger. You two keep investigating. Hey,
I'll go too.
thanks.
We got chased after Romano. I'll say it's time we got to the bottom of this. And there's only one place in the museum that can go in Marlind. Oh, I can't even teleport there. I have to... just go here, maybe? Yeah, I have to enter from the outside, don't I? What? So we got people lined up here.
A bit of a fixer-upper, but it'll do. I have plenty of renovation money after all.
Using our little refund for renovation, just too smooth.
Are you Mr. Romano?
Who the hell wants to know? I've got this place reserved.
There's something I want to ask you. You can just buy works of art. Why are you getting them through such underhanded means?
She sure doesn't waste time.
Figures.
Who are you?
The scattered bones.
What?
Is this some kind of a joke, little girl?
A joke?
Uh,
Taking all the property from bankrupt people? Killing all the children you've used? You've really messed up now.
look, you think you can prove it?
Do you understand the situation you're in, Mr. Romano?
Oh, don't just stand there and protect me, you fools! Do your jobs!
Hellions!
What?
Thanks for proving me right, Romano.
Oh, don't just fucking change my party like that. Okay.
Are these the ones who killed the...
So... Ah, shit, I couldn't cloudburst some. They're weak to wind, aren't they? Ah, cloudburst is just not practical at all. Two of them, of course. So fair. Oh my goodness. They can use spells, of course. Of fucking course. Am I even in range for Cloudburst? Barely. Cast faster! God damn. They're fatigued, but that's not gonna help me much.
Here goes! Darkstar! Keep up! Come to divine wings! Sworn of stars! Zestiria! Wind blade! Keep up! Come to divine wings! Sworn of stars! Zestiria! Sweet dreams! Fear my wings! Here goes! Beyond stars! Here goes! Fear my wings!
Oh, these breath attacks. Oh.
Sword style? Pretty cool.
How did we not get KO? It's because I had Kilo on both of them. Otherwise, that would have been impossible. Kilo for the win.
How could you do something so terrible for a few pieces of artwork?
Pieces of artwork? I am reclaiming these beauties from fools like you who would reduce such beauty to monetary value. Why would I buy them? I would never tarnish their value by degrading them to property. True beauty should rightfully be in the hands of one who truly comprehends it. Me! These works of art should be mine and mine alone. This is my calling, my war. I shall fight to protect artistic beauty the world over. For the sake of such a historic undertaking, who cares about one or two dead brats?
Can he be purified?
He isn't emitting any malevolence.
These types again?
Figured.
These no malevolent types?
Hold on a moment.
Help me!
May these weary bones find peaceful rest.
When did you... We figured out who these two are.
They're kidnappers who've killed over 30 people. There were requests from the victims' families. Well, that's the end of that. Mission accomplished.
How should we report back to our client?
I'll tell the children myself. Could you come with me?
Of course.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Sorry for making you worry.
Well, as long as you're okay.
Leave the rest to us. Please go see to the client. These two are pretty nasty slime buckets themselves. To think they were out there unchecked this whole time. These unnamed mercenaries... We found where Romano was keeping his collection. We'll handle the works as previously arranged. Any skits for completing that? No, really? These damn orc kongs. If just one of them, they'd be bad enough. I should have just gone maybe an anti-Farian type. I don't know. Wind is just really unwieldy. Guess we only rather have two of them at once. Yes, usually mutant Hellions wind up destroying everything around them, especially our Hellions. Yeah, I have Kilo stacks on the humans, so that when they armatize, they give everyone just gets Kilo. Anything above 1,000 gets halved. That is really helpful against these types of against these really high stat, low hit enemies who do not rely on long combos. Just rely on one single big punch. Okay, so they want me to go to Tintagel Ruins, probably. Yeah, those kids were in Tintagel, weren't they? Or were they in a different hideout? I can't remember. I think they changed hideouts. Roosevelt, what happened? I'm sorry, you didn't need to see any of that. Well, we've still got to let them know this is all over. You mind coming with me to see John and Shino? Where were they again? Apparently they're not here anymore. Alright, according to the guide, I have to actually leave the ruins right here. And then I'll eventually run into them. Why are they outside, though? Isn't it more dangerous? Wait, again? Dude!
Why did you kill them?
Quick! Stop him, Shepard!
Lila!
Were we too late? Oh, come
I
on!
went mad with rage right after regaining consciousness. We couldn't do anything to stop her.
The memory of her companions getting killed had probably taken over her troubled state of mind.
And so, she became a Hellion once again.
In the end, I couldn't save anyone.
That's not entirely true. Think about it. If you hadn't purified her, she would have killed many more. If that was the result of her grief toward her companions, then she would be beyond redemption. The lad was just unfortunate is all.
The scattered bones have delivered their vengeance. So didn't he get his wish after all?
No, we just did what we had to, nothing more. That's not saving anything if you think about it.
Huh? Then why do it?
You know how all kinds of terrible things happen in the world lately? I want to do everything I can to stop them before they start happening all over the place.
Of course, that's the duty of the scattered bones.
Yeah, we've had our share of hard knocks too. That's why it's our duty to put an end to it if we can.
Meaning that it's your job to kill.
Yeah. But it's true that a world where we don't have to kill would be best. Egil, Felice, Talfrin, Roche, and the others feel the same way. As do I. But Sorey, you can actually save them. Have confidence and just do your thing.
My job is to give life.
You got it.
And they made sure to end this one in the darkest way possible. Like, what the fuck? The hurt she's feeling will recede one day, I'm sure of it. In the meantime, we'll take care of her. Seriously, turning into a Hellion again. Regrettably, I too have experienced firsthand what it is to be a Hellion. Will you leave her to me to take care of? Don't worry, her prayers for a peaceful slumber will help to sustain my blessing. I thought we'd at least be able to save the remaining kids, but now there's only one left. Unbelievable.
Oh yeah, I had one more thing to say. Thanks, Sorey.
Huh? For what?
For not wanting me to have to keep on killing. I don't regret what I do, but I'm glad you worry for me.
I do understand your resolve as the leader of the Scattered Bones. But that doesn't change how I feel about it.
Stubborn as ever.
Look who's talking.
Well, glad we're not enemies.
And I'm glad that you're my squire.
It's already killed a great many Seraphim. Blast, I could have sworn it was defeated ages ago. I advise you not to go to Plitzer back wetland. The legendary Wyvern has been spotted.
The legendary Wyvern. It appears to be a formidable Hellion.
Appears to be?
I'm not an expert on every Hellion in the land.
You're right. Sorry.
Whoa, sincerity. That's new.
Okay. That has free attributes, but a ton of resistances, and looks pretty mean.
So this is the legendary Wyvern.
Please be careful. It's as strong as a dragon.
Sorey, let me
no, you are not taking this one.
take this.
It's winged. Oh, it's not beast, it's winged. Oh, shoot. Do I have anything against you? Yes. Up, 2 ups and 1 side would be good.
Blistering Bang! Scattering Crush! Molten Rock! Aiming Fire! Here
Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness. That's... It's almost dead. Okay, got it.
We go all the way.
Kilo is so good.
All things in moderation, as they say.
Kilo is the only thing allowing me to win these battles. But I neglected the status element victim, so I lost a lot.
We managed to defeat it.
Yeah, finally.
Zaveid, was this Hellion someone you knew?
This is where my old comrades and I first embarked on our journey, way back when. This was a slight acquaintance.
Amazing! You actually had friends, Zaveid?
Ouch! Right in the dignities.
I wish I could meet them, Zaveid. Your old comrades.
Me too.
But you can't, can you?
Probably not.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't sweat it. It's the destiny of a long-lived seraph to make many farewells.
Destiny, huh?
And hey, I'm here again in the same place. A whole new set of comrades. Life sure is funny sometimes.
Is that the destiny of the Seraphim?
Yep. I hope you'll remember it, Mickey boy.
It'd be harder to forget it.
Well said.
Don't you think Zaveid was acting a bit weird earlier?
It felt like he was hiding something from us.
But he did say we were his comrades.
Yeah, I think of him that way too.
So do I.
Then it's okay. We don't have to ask him. I trust that he'll tell us when the time is right.
That's fair.
Did that soothe your soul, gentle shepherd?
Sorry. Thanks for lending an ear.
No worries. I'll even give you a discount.
Huh? It costs money?
I got Heaven or Hell and a title level up. Young Dark Wind, Young Dazzle's Clothes. That's what I liked back then. The heck? Looks kind of weird. Drifting Traveler. All of his titles are gold now. Which means I can get them all the way up to 15, probably. This place is corrupted now. And there's a new Hellion. But I got a Sage, the very first Sage in the game. This thing looks nasty.
I like your As far as I know, this one looks more like an angel to me.
So, is it really a Hellion?
It is indeed, and it possesses powerful abilities. They can reflect non-elemental attacks with great probability.
Reflect back? And with great probability.
Oh my goodness. I'm glad I have Kilo, but still.
But if cold nature's so charming, let's have fun.
Here goes! Open the way forward!
Lightning!
Aim and fire! Here goes! Lightning vortex! More than water! My bow is ahead! The vortex follows you! Burst! Blistering bang! Lightning vortex! More than water! My bow is ahead! The vortex follows you! Blue flurry! Blistering bangs!
Ah, shit. Jump! Oh, it's like a dragoon.
Blistering bangs! Lightning vortex! My bow is ahead!
Vortex swallows you.
Hey, babes. What kind of guys are your type?
The type that don't even ask that.
Or say, hey babes, either.
Dang. That was supposed to be one of the hardest ones, and yet I still managed to pull it off, huh? Defeated foe with Mystic Art. Okay, cool. Mini Ludger obtained. All Anomalous Orbs. Okay, cool. But I'm not gonna do this dungeon yet. I think I'll save that for another day. Right now, I may want to just grind a bit. I noticed something really important. If you get your titles high enough, they will get... it'll either increase the maximum BG bonus or grant one. Yeah, see, look at that. Max BG +1. I think that'll be the key to winning some future tougher battles. So I could do a really long Mystic Art chain. Job well done, Skit.
That makes 36 Anomalous Orbs total.
Oh yeah, about the orbs. They've been around for a while, and there are quite a few interesting stories behind them.
I've heard before that they're condensed balls of malevolence which form after they consume Hellions.
So it's quite possible that some notorious figures in history could have been under their influence, huh?
You mean they have the power to change people's personalities and turn them into Hellions?
Guess the humans got caught up in it without even knowing it, since they don't have the resonance to see the malevolence.
And if a Hellion gets possession of one, more malevolence gets fed into it until they turn into mutant Hellions.
Why would anyone even make something like this?
If you can't purify them, it'd be one way of reducing the number of Hellions out there. I mean, humans don't even possess the power of purification anyways.
And back in those days, there were more resonant humans that could see the Seraphim and Hellions too.
So you're saying it's a measure humans took to protect their kind from Hellions?
It's just a temporary solution used to defer an outcome that is inevitable. That's just human nature, I guess. Always thinking about today, as if tomorrow will never come.
I guess I shouldn't have jumped to conclusions without knowing more about the situation. I shall live for tomorrow.
Just as long as you keep to your word.
Let me look at the enemy book for that one. Almost 30k attack. Yep, totally fair. It reflects 60% of all non-elemental attacks, and yet manually, that's also its weakness. We need to consider attacks carefully. Agree, but we also better consider its spirit attacks carefully. It can make our lives painful even from a safe distance. Yeah, Mikleo aromatization is definitely the saving grace here. Since I can actually his up-down combo actually has 2 things that work against the boss. That's actually really good. You can get both of those off and then use a Mystic Art. It deals massive damage. Especially if your allies also manage to use their own anti-winged or anti-fiend type attacks. So that jump attack, I wasn't sure where it was going to land, but I guess because I stayed out of its range, I was able to survive. But if it hit one of my other party members, they probably would have died even with the Kilo buff. Look at that. This is what... If I subtract 2,000, that means he gets a final hit points of 4,000, huh? Oh yeah, I also mastered aromatization to 1,000 uses so that I can break the hit point cap when aromatizing. That'll help a lot for future battles, since there are still different types of hit point orbs out there, and I'm gonna keep climbing higher. Yeah, it's combined with the hit point DLC, it should allow me to survive maybe even a Mystic Art. I wish. Thanks for tuning in to this Let's Play of Tales of Zestiria. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit the bell icon.